Today on the Topping Show, Trump crushes an Iowa poll. Bud Light survey claims they're winning customers back, while the latest sales data actually show a 27% decrease in sales. YouTube banning continues. Microsoft Xbox is rolling out a social credit system that will ban you for certain words. Vivek Ramaswamy on the Second Amendment. Trump is 40 points up in a CBS poll. New York City lost $1 trillion in Wall Street business. Royce Droptail will have a cost of $30 million and a V12. Lego is moving their USA headquarters. Subway inches towards a sale. Heineken launching a new beer, and Nissan has a recall for darn near all of the Sentras. All of that and much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special for proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Guys, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner and need a little assistance, you're reaching the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. And we have a fun promo for this month. We're giving away a free flamethrower with every August purchase. See the website for additional details. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Royce Droptail having a manual roof, but not a manual transmission. Does have V12 though. Now, this custom-built Rolls-Royce, it looks like it's going to be the first of 4 of the Droptails, and the British automaker unveiled it, and it's meticulously made, takes years to finish, and there's a certain rare beauty about having a 6.75 liter V12 turboed, twin turbo, a V12. It's almost reminiscent of when the company first started, and they actually made both. So Rolls-Royce engines and Rolls-Royce cars. You saw this a lot of back in the day at BMW, starting off with aircraft or air engines, as well as you had motorcycles. A lot of these companies had a lot of crossover between the industries, and Rolls-Royce to this day makes some of the best jet engines out there. But I believe they actually split off. Most of the companies did a couple decades ago. Now, I can't believe some people are actually complaining it has a manual roof, which now they're saying it's a $30 million work of art. And they're complaining it's a manual roof. That's not the main complaint they should be concerned about. The main complaint should be there's no manual transmission, as every great car should have. Now, some people might say that owners don't care because they're not driving them. That's true, but think about the little guy. Think of the chauffeur whose job it is to drive around that billionaire, or that, I could only assume, some oil baron or environmentalist who makes all the money off of the green energy that they sell, which don't make anyone else a profit, but those people at the top are doing quite well. Imagine that fun chauffeur having a stick shift and 3 pedals on the ground. Now, some might say that's ridiculous. It's Rolls-Royce. They'd never do that. False. The very first Rolls-Royce back in 1904 had a 1.8 liter 2-cylinder engine and a 3-speed manual transmission. So they did at one point have a manual transmission. Some would say they sold out years ago and acquiesced to the automatic transmission. And Rolls-Royce is all about luxury and smoothness. But I would say the pinnacle of Rolls-Royce being luxury, the whole experience, you're paying more for everything to be a great experience. Not just the materials in the vehicle, but also the training behind the chauffeur. For many years, they had an academy where you would send your chauffeur to a special Rolls-Royce school where they would teach you everything about the vehicle and walk around. How do you move these doors just right, get the perfect ka-clunk when you close it. Imagine how much cooler it would be if they had a manual transmission and that chauffeur had to go to those training grounds and learn how to flawlessly shift. And how much more satisfying their job would be. Remember, sometimes you gotta think about the little guy. Although that chauffeur probably makes more money than I could ever imagine, since, again, there's a chauffeur, a billionaire, or whoever. So, interesting news from the Rolls-Royce community, and it is nice, though, that there still is a V12 in their vehicle. I would argue as every Rolls-Royce should, but that's just my 3 cents. Used to be 2 cents, but this economy, 40-year hyperinflation, gotta do 3. Should do 4 cents, but 3 will suffice. Though it is still free to click that subscribe button. Trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Greatly appreciate your assistance. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. We're trying to get again to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so you can click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, take the time to like and comment. That greatly helps out the channel. The feedback is also invaluable, whether it's giving your evidence or your experiences beyond the topics we cover, or just critical feedback on how I can make the show better. It's always appreciated. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.